And welcome to today's episode of Dawn of Alderton. I am Dave Spath here with Sputter Media, introducing our DM, Snack King Joe. Take it away, Joe.
Greetings, everyone. How we doing out there in the interwebs and beyond? Is your DM for this adventure, Snack King. But it's not about me. It's all about my beautiful players, and we're going to go right down the list. Clover, take it away.
Hello, everybody. My name's Emily. I play Clover, the Sprite Artificer. You can find me on Instagram at Kittenman66, as well as in the Cybernight stream on Tuesday nights as Lovelace. And happy to be here.
Lucian.
Hey everybody, I'm Lucian, otherwise known as Eric. You can find me at Nagatsu_Seiken on Twitter, Twitch, just about everywhere really. I'm happy to answer any questions, so feel free to hit me up. And you can also find me on Tuesdays here at Sputter Media, also playing Cyber Knights as Legion. So yeah, feel free to hit me up.
Lothariel.
What's up, chat? Welcome back, or to all our new viewers. My name's Ryan. I'll be playing Zathariel Brightsong, the party's resident bard. You can find me at Kundalini Pasta on Twitter or in this Kick and Twitch chat tonight. It's really the only social media I use. Last session was lit. I've been waiting for this all week, so I'm excited. I hope y'all are excited. Glad to be here.
Oh, definitely.
Deirdre.
Hi, I'm Bailey. I'm playing Deirdre, the Phantom Rogue. You can find me at Floral Gypsy 25 on Instagram. And I'm really excited for tonight, too. Last week we got through a lot of stuff, but this week is going to be exciting.
Sasha.
Thank you, Snack King. I'm Mitch. I play Zasha, the team's two-eyed, two-horned, flying purple people eater. And you can find me on various platforms as I.C.Wiener or as Doobie Daddy or just as Mitch D. Thank you.
And last but not least, the guy that made this show happen by allowing me to run it, someone I'd like to call my good friend, Dave.
Yes, thank you. I am Dave, or if you pay attention to our flagship show, Cyber Knights, I'm DM Dave over there, running the show Cyber Knights. Just so happy to be able to support a very quality DM in his own endeavors. So I'm glad to have you, man. I appreciate you. Oh, also, let me talk about, I'm playing the character Severin, right? Sorry, I was just glowing about your praise and trying to throw it back. I'm playing the character Severin, who is a Way of Ilmater monk, and he is probably the bane of most of our party members' existence, since they learned that he is technically the rightful king by blood and is not interested in wearing the crown, so this seems to be a point of contention for people.
Absolutely. And before we go any further, let's take a second to acknowledge our corporate overlords. Thank you, W, Energy Drink of the Future, the Jitterless Energy Drink derived from coffee fruits, not from coffee beans. May your financial gains upon us be fruitful. In your name, we drink. W!
W!
And I am popping the links up right there for you. Remember, you can use 10%. You can get 10% off of your order by using coupon code PurpleNurple.
Absolutely.
Right.
Thank you.
That's it.
And which one of our lovely players would like to give us our recap?
Before we do the recap, today's a special day.
I forgot. I'm so sorry. Go ahead. Take it away.
So, my son Damon, it is his birthday today. He just turned 10. And so we are going to sing happy birthday to him. Come over here, buddy. Come on. Say hi. Say hi. Talk to the mic.
Amen. Amen. Damon.
I do not know what to say. You didn't give me something.
I didn't tell you to. Yeah, no, I didn't give you a line or anything. But you're live on the air. What do you want to say to people before we embarrass the hell out of you and sing happy birthday?
Please do not make it too embarrassing.
Okay, so you want to wear my headphones so you can hear us sing?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Good improv.
1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Damon. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Yeah.
Damon.
Happy birthday, Damon.
Oh man, he is such a treasure. He's the light of my life. All right, and now you can take it away. Now that he's got his little spotlight.
Excellent. I will direct Deirdre to the in-game chat and ask again who wants to do the recap.
I got some notes here. I can do the in-game recap if it's okay.
Let's go.
Today.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Go
so
ahead.
last we left off, we had just finished up at the Dream Theater with Deidre's uncle Baneford, the Dream Wizard. As the party departed, Zasha was told to hang back, got told his answer for his journey, which was going to be long and full of little answers. After that, we all met up outside the tent, ended up discussing what we're going to do, where we're going to go, you know, where kind of our allegiances lie, and we ended up deciding, well, we should go back to the Wench. But Deidre had to stay behind and finish her shift at the carnival. As we left, Zasha and Clover had a cute little bonding moment where Clover asked Zasha for help to help her friend, Banford, if I got that name correct. Bantor, yes, Bantor. Help fix his hands after some unruly father or mother got upset at her tattooing abilities and took it out on a friend of hers. Zasha agreed, not knowing what he can do, but we'll see in the future. As we departed from there, we went back to Deidre, who had ended up having a conversation with her uncle, and then her cousin, or not her cousin, was it your cousin? Sorry.
Yes, cousin.
Yes, cousin Blossom. Discussing, I didn't get too many notes. Sorry, Deidre. Discussing a little bit though, but I did get that there was a caravan possibly heading southeast that might help a party, and Deidre was also thinking of escorting us later on back to the tents to help us out, get our true heir in our party out of the city. Then we ended up at the Wench, or at least most of the party ended up at the Wench, where Severin and Lucian had discussions with Vesta about different things, ranging from trying to get a message to Apex, which was a little bit questioned whether we should, who we should trust. Severin asking some questions about what happened exactly 10 years ago, you know, who still follows his father's orders, which for the chat who doesn't know, his father was kind of a D-bag and a bad guy, you know. Catch up on the previous episodes and you'll understand what I mean. But yeah, so some questions about that. And we also had some name drops for Sons of Alarim, which are kind of pseudo followers of his father or his father's ways, who might be hiding out in the deserts to the northwest. We also got some lore about Zeldor. Am I correct there, DM?
Zeldor, yes.
Yeah, Zeldor, which is rumored to be a necromantic society practicing different dark arts, if you will. But that's just the rumor. What they actually are known for is their artisan skills in glass, I believe smithing, and some other things like arts and stuff like that.
Just to cut in, they are to become a master of any art or craft. You can find work or tutelage there.
Yes, thank you, DM. I appreciate the filler. And then, yeah, after these discussions, we ended up talking about what we have to do before we end up deciding to leave the city here. So Zasha had some conversations he had to do. Clover had to wrap up with Osler, I believe, who ended up letting her off the hook because his tattoo was going to be a massive project on his back, and there's no way we have time for that. And then, yeah, so most of the party agreed after Deidre returned to the wench as well, that we were going to take up her offer of getting the caravan out, at least to figure out initially what to do. Zasha went on his way and ended up at Captain Roar's office, and the main party ended up going with Deidre. The conversation for Zasha was with Captain Roar, and Captain Roar was in a mood, having a couple of drinks, and what it ended up being is that both him and now Zasha have been removed from their guard duties, seemingly dishonorably, after Zasha appeared with Severin in the King's court or the King's castle, after some very interesting events from last time. Leaving that and saying his goodbyes, he was given a manual of royal something to help with court life. And then finally we transitioned to the party, leaving the welcome wench. Everybody's trying to head their way stealthily to the castle. However, Zasthariel, with a natural 20, ended up noticing the party was being followed as soon as we left the wench. So thank you, DM, and I'll let you pick it up there.
Snaps for recaps.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's a couple details. Oh, wait, I forgot about that. Thank you. So, inspiration for Zasha for the night. We're going to jump right into everyone else but Zasha, because he had to do what was right, and I respect it. Everyone leaving the welcome wench. And yes, Zasthariel, you had noticed you're being followed. You couldn't make out who it was, but you know for certain you're being followed. I've arranged the characters how I believe you had said. Feel free to move.
That looks correct to me. So it's me in the back with Lucian and Clover kind of flanking Severin as much as Clover can on that left side, and then Deirdre, just like that. Very much so not looking like we're smuggling this guy through the crowd, but kind of.
I like to say that's one.
Yeah.
Thank you. So we left off, you had been like, hey guys, we're being followed. And I hope you heard that I was whispering. So take it away. Deirdre, you are leading the group to your personal tent where they will be safe.
Want to throw one thing out to the other players. Let's not use the roll table for chatting.
Oh, yeah, we can end that. It was totally an accident.
Yeah.
I respond to stuff where I say, go ahead, Deirdre.
After hearing tell us that somebody's following us, instead of heading towards the tents, I would probably head in the opposite direction in the festival, towards one of the attractions that's not close to where the sleeping tents are.
We're taking the long way to lose them.
All right,
I mean, I might as well lead them not to where they can find us later if they're going to report to somebody else.
Nice.
So, this is something I should have said. To be clear, to get to your tent, you have to enter into the main entrance of the carnival. That is your area is like up against like a certain wall in the city, and there is no back way. Severin, give me a quick history check.
I can do that.
Thanks.
History 12. Man, I'm hoping I'm getting these crap rolls out of the way now.
It's fine. There are factors you don't know about in dice rolling because I don't share everything. But you start to remember your life prior to the monastery.
Mm-hmm.
You know Ailerim into your core. You grew up here. You were the king's son. He was a dick, so you had to be stealthy. You had to be clever, and you had to be hidden. You are able to, with the 12, piece together there is a back entrance, but you have to get closer to the actual keep, the courtyards, so specifically to make that roundabout way. It'll take you an extra hour and a half, but there's a path you can take that you can bar behind you and keep yourself secure.
But that would mean leaving without. We're just bypassing resting in her tent. Then we're just leaving the city straight.
This is to get around to her tent in a safer manner.
Oh, okay.
There's other. With the 12, you're starting to remember other secret passages, and you're fairly certain you could lead the group out of the city right now if they wanted to.
No, I think we need to regroup and rest before we bounce. I think that we also need a solid plan as a group. But I will say, friends, follow me. I know a secret way to get around to where we want to go without being seen. And I will start leading the group stealthily from towards that place that you mentioned that I know of.
All right. So here's what we can do, group. You can let Severin roll your stealth check, and you all move as stealthily as he does, or you can all roll your separate checks and see what happens. Keep in mind, if you roll well, your party might lose you.
So before we do all this, I detected that we're being followed, but there's nothing else I can learn. I don't know how close they are, how many there are, who they are. Just that we are being followed.
They are highly skilled at being hidden, and you just barely rolled high enough to detect that they are following you.
Okay.
I will say, you do notice a couple of street dwellers that you hadn't talked to directly, but in a couple of your gatherings, they had made themselves present.
So there's always that option to activate the street urchin distraction. So,
well, you activating the street urchins is activating the street urchins. What they do is up to them.
Yeah, true.
You could do that before moving stealthily. I will put 2 random mofos on the Johnny John.
What do y'all think about who we're letting roll for us?
Generally speaking, I think a single roll is much better as far as reliability goes than multiple people rolling.
It's definitely better to stay as a group if one roll's going to keep us together.
Yeah. Okay, but I agree.
So I'm refreshing the stream view because the map just kept bouncing. But yeah, if you want, I can roll. My stealth's not rogue level, but it's decent.
So are they all the way over there? Do I need to move up here to talk to these guys?
You will have to get next to them to talk to them. You could. They are. Hold on, right there. They are here against this small wall that leads upon this giant temple, actually.
So is this something I can interact with them as we pass them in a second? Because I'd have to leave the formation and walk up here to talk to these guys right now.
So just to describe the scene, you are coming out of the Welcome Wench, which is this building here.
Got it.
Straight ahead is the only temple in Alderton, and this temple celebrates all the deities. It is a safe space. And anyone dare do any sort of transgression inside that building is incurring the wrath of the entire city. So you could lay low, you could talk to vagrants, you can follow Severin. You have 3 options.
I say we follow Severin.
That would be where my vote ends too.
Agreed.
Clover or Deidre? Deirdre, your vote?
I said I'm okay with that. Is
All
my
right,
microphone that low?
Oh, no, we got you now. You're back.
Thank you. All right, Severin, roll me your stealth check.
Yeah, just in time for the the stream to refresh. Okay. Stealth it is.
Oh. I don't think I used my inspiration last week. Can I give it to Severin?
Could I, or how about this? Could I have advantage on this roll because I know the ways? Ooh, better way to put it.
So if we're using survival to get there, I would say yes, but you're trying to be stealthy. I will allow Zath to give you his inspiration. Once it's given to you, it's only going to be a D12.
Okay, so I'm just getting a D12 in addition to my 11. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Okay, gotcha. I'll take
The
it.
DM's mercy is running out.
That turns an 11 to a 15. I am not mad about that.
That puts his hand on Severin's shoulder and goes, no, bend down a little bit. Like, don't calm down, breathe normal. Like, it's just being stealth. Severin's like, we gotta get there. Like, hold on, buddy. Like, we got this. So you begin to weave and wind through the streets. Everyone make me another perception check.
Right.
Jesus Christ on a cracker.
Oh, guys.
I gave away my inspiration.
Whoa.
Nice.
Well, thank God we got at least one
Thank
net
God.
20 in there.
At least somebody's paying attention.
Zasha just shows up at the tent.
Jesus Christ, we're all just like freaking garbage.
Obvious.
The ladies know what's up.
Yeah.
Severin is leading the way. Zathariel has his hand on his shoulder, or sometimes moving to like his lower back or a sip, like, no, move this way, there's that way, like trying to like teach him how to move through the crowd. The rest of you notice. Hold on, let's everyone move up and to the left, please. Right about up in here. In whatever formation you would be taking, Severin's taking lead, I guess. Yeah, Zath, move forward. Severin, move forward a little bit more. You're in front. Actually, I'll move all of you. Stop moving.
Okay. You should still make us flank him. I would think we were trying to protect him even if he's leading.
Yeah. I think this looks about right.
Severin and Zathariel, you are focused on being stealthy, and that is what you're focused on. The rest of you notice there's a well-dressed gnome. He's dressed like a council member, like part of the high court, and he's got a book and a quill, and there's an inkwell floating next to him, and he's very obviously watching you and writing things down and following you.
Clover says, guys, I don't think we're losing our trail. He's right behind us and he's taking notes.
Do you think that inkwell floats by itself and can be easily snatched?
Yeah, it's a possibility.
That's not my main concern right now. Did we see any weapons?
He's just documenting where we're going.
He's got a small pouch on his right side and a little leather satchel on his left side, and maybe like a Hello Kitty backpack or something. You think you can't really tell. But if anything, it'd be one of those like very mini backpacks that holds like a sandwich, a soda, and maybe a pack of gum. You know.
Okay.
So
He's got a fanny pack.
Big.
Yes, but he's so small it's attached to his back. Go ahead, Clover.
I don't know. What do we want to do about him? I don't know. I don't want him knowing where we're sleeping. It doesn't appear like we're going to lose him this way. Should we confront him?
I don't. It doesn't. That looks like maybe a guy you don't hit. We need a distraction that holds him up.
I mean, it didn't have to be a violent confrontation.
Clover, give me an insight check since you rolled a nat 20.
Okay.
Let's go.
Hey, not bad, not bad.
Yeah, you look at this guy and you're like, I could beat him up. Like, He's bigger than you, but you know without a doubt if you rolled up and like, yo, I'm gonna beat your ass, he'd be like, oh no, please stop, I'm so sorry. Like he is as soft as possible. Marshmallow.
Okay, well, I'm really not trying to hurt anybody, but I think this, we need to find out who he's taking all these notes for, and I don't think he's gonna put up much resistance with, all of our large friends.
He may not run, he may not fight, but he might run, and we're gonna end up losing him. We gotta be tricksy. Or unless you guys just want to bow up on him, y'all just want to stop and have this conversation. I'm down.
There's enough people moving out the street that if you step to the side, you'd just be another group of people hanging out.
Perfect. So I'm gonna post up right here and see if he follows past us. Deirdre somebody needs to stick with Severin.
Good call. I'll stay there.
Lucian already looks like he's posted up against this stage thing where
Yeah.
we're at.
All right. So whoever's following with Severin, can please keep moving on the map.
Okay.
Let's play this out, aka real time.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to move like crazy fast. If the
here we
party's separating
Alright,
slightly.
so as he moves up here, Lucian, you can cut him off, and then Clover and I can step
That's
up around
exactly
him.
what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Boom.
Oh, excuse me. And he slaps his chest and disappears in a puff of smoke and appears next to Severin. My liege, please step to the side. I must speak with thee.
Oh. Yeah, we're chasing this guy.
Yeah.
I would like to insight maybe on this guy.
Yes. Yeah, give me an insight.
Jesus
that's a no.
Christ, my.
It's not.
How do you put digital dice in the freezer? Like,
You think of the name Hormont Jibble Jabble.
Can I roll insight here as well? I don't know if we. Huh?
Yes. But
Cool.
Severin, you think of the name Hormont Jibble Jabble with your insight.
okay, so I've seen this person before, is what you're saying. I know them as somebody.
Zathariel and Lucian, with your insights, this person is trying to get to Severin and is extremely nervous, but is trying to put on like a brave face in front of all of you. He is horrified at the fact that he's surrounded right now. This is someone who's not used to people looking down on him.
This wouldn't necessarily be for his comfort, but for mine. But I would take a 5-foot step back.
Please, my liege, up here, next to the temple. And he points behind him to over here.
What do I see over there?
Yeah.
There's some empty benches, actually. And nothing
Under his breath, Zathariel would be, if we're gonna do this, Severin, it needs to be now. Standing here is doing nothing but wasting our time.
Indeed.
standing in the middle of the street
before-
like that definitely gets in the way of people.
Before I move, I am going to take the dodge action and move towards the benches.
He moves out of your way as you get closer to him. But then readily follows you and sits down on the bench and pats it next to him.
I don't sit. I remain standing.
Severin, do you not remember me? My liege?
I don't. I think I know your name, but I don't. And I repeat it. Like, is this? Are you this person? Whatever the hell you said, because I don't. Something jibber jabber.
Or Ormont Jibber Jabber.
Ormont
Yeah.
jibber jabber. Okay. But the rest is blank, empty.
You say that name, and he gives a little half numb chuckle, and then stands. He's dressed very bigly, like someone in the high court. You notice that on his lapels, he has two little unicorn pins up upon them. And he bows to you and takes a knee. My liege, Severin Aileron, I am Jormont Hibblesibble, and I taught you when you were a child. You were suddenly flooded with Severin memories of being in this stuffy room. It smelled like old books and dust, and this little gnome that had set up this catwalk system around the room, so he was always above everybody, except if you were like 6 foot or higher, you were like about face level with him, and he taught you math and science and health and reading and writing, and this person, was fundamental in your upbringing for the first, dozen years of your life. You hated him because he was, well, today we're learning about math. Open your math book. He was Ben Stye in Ferris Bueller. He was
Dude, I
tiny.
literally had, I want to say, my 8th grade math teacher. Like, you sounded just like him.
And you remember you used to call him Hormone Jibber Jabber to make fun of him. He'd be like, "That's not." And once he exploded on you and your brother Titus, and you remember you didn't have classes for a week. But the next time you saw him, his face had some slight bruising on it.
Oh.
I can probably put 2 and 2 together on that one. Who would be responsible for giving him a beating for lashing out at me and my brother? And I kind of just nod with a little bit more knowing, understanding, and I will say, I am deeply sorrowed for the suffering you endured under my father. I'm starting to remember some things. A lot of my time before following the way of Ilmater is fuzzy still.
Severin, I always thought you had a good heart, and I never took to my heart the negatives or frustrated statements you said to me. I can be a bore, but I am proficient at my duties. I wish now to accompany you and help you upon your journey.
Nice.
Titus is on a path of righteousness. He has chosen a high council that I almost approve of. There are a few members that I have reservations about that I wish to speak to you about outside of the city. Will you allow me to accompany you?
Wait. Back up a step. Titus is on the path of righteousness, you said?
There are fundamental changes that had to happen. And once those happened, the smaller, more intricate changes that benefit everyone can take place. He has a plan. It's constantly evolving and changing. Thank the stars that Apex has stayed with him, because he has been his compass north towards truth and justice and righteousness. I am constantly surprised and overwhelmed with joy about the decisions he makes, because I see where they're leading to. Yes, there is suffering still, but there are broader strokes that need to happen to build a foundation. And I know you understand that.
Ormot, was it?
Jormot.
Jormot.
Yes.
Tell me something. Do you dream? And I don't mean metaphorically. I mean in a literal sense. Do you have dreams?
Every night, my friend.
We can't trust them.
Why?
I would tell you now, but with unknown ears listening, that's not exactly an option. But
oh, sorry, go ahead.
But I have a working theory that I think I'll be able to confirm the next time I go to sleep.
Is this the guy that was following us? Like the one very skilled at not being detected, or is there still a threat right behind us?
Roll me another perception, anyone who's interested.
Oh, come on. The ladies are carrying the checks tonight.
I know,
Okay.
right?
Aside from the occasional side eye or glance from somebody, you're just a group of people hanging out on the temple steps right now. The festival has made the city so busy that this intimate and frankly important moment is invisible to everyone but y'all. And I will say with Deirdre, you notice that Jormap is he's nervous. He's fiddling. He's like pacing down the side. Like this guy expects to be struck down at any moment.
He's nervous because of us.
Based on his clothing, you can tell that he's high council. Like he doesn't hang out in the streets like this. He thinks you're all going to kill him. He's here for Severin.
I trust you, Lucian, but I feel like this is a risk we could take by trusting this guy, or at least taking him with us.
I will say I'm not feeling the same. I'm very Severin is very concerned about how tight his circle is, and he doesn't know enough about this council to trust this guy.
Clover would like to introduce herself. Jorma, he said your name was. It's a pleasure to meet you. And she holds her hand out for a handshake.
Oh, pleased to meet you. He will bow appropriately and shake your hand. Faye, excellent. He's going to willfully fail the check.
Okay.
Ooh.
He is a lawful good character, and he for the first time in his life, he's sure he's done something that is good for everyone, but he is nervous that the wrong move will kill him at this exact moment. As you shake his hand, you can feel how clammy and sweaty his hand is.
She kind of shakes off her hand and dries it on her jacket, like, oh, yep, it's a pleasure to meet you, but, you know, she feels more confident in this guy is good at least.
Lucian, you were saying something? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I obviously you all know where I stand, but I do agree with Zath that we might be able to get some information out of him that might make taking him with us, at least temporarily, worth the risk.
We all heard the Dream Wizard say that Titus doesn't dream, right? That was something we all heard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh God, you know that?
Huh?
He doesn't speak.
I don't think he said that out loud, did he?
Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, that was an out of character. Zathariel, I don't think said that out loud.
Oh, apologies.
No, it's okay. I should have clarified. But
yes, Baneford did say in response to, I believe it was Lucian's question, is that he doesn't know because Titus doesn't dream.
So I can follow your suspicions to a reasonable end, Lucian, but I think there is value in taking this man with us. We don't have to trust him, but we can still...
If I might speak upon my intent to the group, since you speak of me in front of me. Again, I am Jormont Hibber-Sybil, and he will bow dramatically, and I am the High Council member of Education and Thoughtfulness.
High Council member...
I do nothing, but I know of the other 11 members of the High Council.
Yeah.
I will gladly speak to you about them and whom I feel is a threat to it's not the city or the area that we retain that I feel is in danger. I feel it is the land as a whole that is in danger of falling under the rule of someone who wishes to bring back something similar to old Aileron. If there's a place that we could speak privately, I will gladly follow you there. If you wish not for me to travel with you after this conversation, Severin, I will respect your wishes, but I hope that I can at least instill some knowledge and information upon the group that will allow you to understand the situation.
So here's how I want to respond. It's not that I don't trust you. You seem good of heart, and your intentions seem true, I think. But I fear that if you travel with us, it will only lead to your own suffering. And the path ahead is dangerous and will likely result in your end. I cannot in good conscience ask another to travel this path with me. I've already asked too much of these people around me now.
He's been seen with us. I don't think that he's any safer if we leave him here than if we take him with us.
Severin, I approached you about traveling with you. You've asked nothing of me, and I've only asked your permission. You don't need to allow it, you just need to accept it, if possible.
I cannot.
I think we should at least hear him out.
I think you are correct, and I also think that we are not in the place to have this full conversation. Should we continue on to the tent, get a rest, and discuss things further with Mr. Jormont here?
Not to the tent, but somewhere private. Yes.
Somewhere.
We'll take him with us, but we're not necessarily trusting him.
But we are out in the open and exposed,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
that I think is one thing we do need to change quickly.
Agreed.
The temple has multiple smaller areas for more private prayer that you could step into and have a conversation with. The temple is designed for these areas to be not secretive, but enclosed. So to hear the conversation, you have to be in the location. You could also choose to go to the carnival, where there are a few pockets you could hang out at where, yeah, people may quote unquote hear a conversation, but they're not actually hearing a conversation.
Severin would probably, especially knowing that this is a holy place, feel safer and more secure getting some privacy in the temple, because as you said before, this is a place where if anybody starts shit, they're going to be incurring the wrath of the whole city and possibly a few gods. So I feel that that's probably the safest place to continue this conversation. Friends, what do you all say?
That sounds like a good idea to me.
So I will ask Jormont after you, and I'll follow. I would be willing to follow him into the temple.
I can't open the door. He's physically too weak to open the door. It's a huge.
I would open the door and again still say after you. I don't.
Give me a strength check. These are huge, massive doors, which.
Okay.
99.9 repeating % of the time they're open. Today they're closed.
Strength ability check. There we go.
Oh, why did it say Zathariel? Did I roll that?
Oh no, I was clicked on the wrong freaking. Can I re-roll that? I was clicked on the wrong character.
Please.
I got the same thing. I got the same number.
Severin, you pull on this door, and you remember as a young man pulling on it with Titus and being like, "We can't do it, Apex, Apex," and Apex would come and be like, "All right, little ones," and would open the door for you. So, if someone else could please roll a strength check.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, there we go.
Hey!
Lucian just happens to grab it in the right angle and just pulls his hand down and just... This man's been in these kind of situations before. But the door swings open and Jormop will gladly step inside.
As everybody goes inside, can I walk down here and throw a couple silvers to my homies to put them on lookout for me?
Hey, you're the guy that sings, right?
That's me.
You got any bread today?
I don't have bread, but I have coin. Do me a favor and keep a lookout on the crowd. Anyone too interested in those of us who just entered the temple, anything changes, you come inside and get me. And I'll toss them both the silver coin each.
Yo, your guy in the red, he gave us a gold before.
Maybe I'll give you a gold on the way out, but for now it's a silver. And I'll flash him I'll flip a gold coin in the air and catch it.
Goddamn, 1%ers.
And then leaving them on guard duty. I'll follow everybody inside.
He's holding out.
Excellent. So with that, Zasha,
Oh boy.
you enter into the scene that the rest of the group had just left. Do you see yourself on the map?
I do.
Excellent. I assume at this point, based on the conversation you just had with someone who you respect dearly, who doesn't understand where their future is, you're probably a little out of sorts, maybe breathing a little heavy, definitely not on top of your game, and you realize that you've kind of made your way backwards, and you've actually started to go back to the local lunch rather than to the carnival.
Yeah, I think upon realizing that I'm heading that way, I figure I'll stop over there and see if the party's still over there anyways, because, I mean, it's only been probably like 40 minutes. It wasn't a very long conversation. I said 2 hours.
As you make your way towards the wench, you notice to the north of you, outside the temple, there is a dwarf, heavy plate armor with what looks like a warhammer, but instead of a hammerhead, it's a giant keg. And next to him is this human man with this ridiculous goatee, huge beer belly, wearing a loincloth, and they're just waving at you.
Hey, man, how you doing?
And I think at this point, just coming out of his stupor, look over at him, be like, "Doing fine. What the hell do you want?" I'm being a grumpy bitch after that.
Come closer.
I'm gonna take a quick look both left and right down the alleys. Is anybody else paying attention to this?
Give me a perception check.
I may be out of it, but it's a little weird.
Hey,
They could just be shopkeepers, though, for all I know.
Aside from the people that are trying to move past you because you're standing in the middle of the walkway, no one really gives a fuck. The festival's going on. There's music, there's art, there's street food. People are like, oh shit, Dragonborn, but they're paying attention to you enough to stay out of your way. They're not actively eavesdropping.
I suppose I'd take another 5 feet then. If I don't see anybody actively looking at me, and be like, "Okay, you got my attention. What's your gimmick here? What are you selling?"
Selling? Who your friends are?
How the hell do you know about my friends?
Bro, you're a Dragonborn and you're hanging out with the fucking king of the city. What do you mean? Us street travelers see fucking everything. Oh.
Yeah, word travels too fast in this fucking city. Okay.
It doesn't travel fast in your city?
Yeah.
I think you're not looking under the right stones. It'll cost you a gold coin.
A gold?
Come on, your buddy gave us a gold each yesterday. We're asking for 1 gold between the two of us.
I feel like I missed this a minute ago when you said this. My friend in red, is that Severin? Who's my friend in red?
That's Severin. He gave a bunch of people gold coins yesterday.
Yeah. I thought this was some Sons of Ailerum shit that I missed. Okay, cool.
No, you have your network, and then Severin fucked it all up by giving people a gold coin. That's the price they're asking now because he hangs out with you.
I think at that point, realizing what he's going off about, and be like, Do I look like I can afford a gold for everybody in the fucking city? How about I give you a cigarette and a silver and we call it a day?
Well, there's 2 of us, so how about 4 silver? Gets us a meal and a drink at the wench.
4 silver. Fuck off. And I'll start making my way later.
Hold on.
I take 5 steps, or a few steps back. Okay.
Right. So, how about you give us a gold coin and we tell you what's happening in the city?
Can I make an insight check?
Yes. You have advantage on this.
Advantage.
Good thing,
Good
too.
thing I said that.
Yeah.
Both. Come on. Well,
the 12 was still the
12.
better one.
12.
Zasha, you've been a city guard. You've dealt with street dwellers before. Something in your gut tells you to trust this guy.
Mm-hmm. I'll give him a very very side-eye stare, but be like, fine, here, 1 gold between the 2 of you, not both. And I'll take out a gold and just kind of toss it at him.
All right, excellent. Hey, you know what? Zarvil? Is that your name?
Zasha.
My deepest apologies. And he makes a very dramatic bow. And he does that, you see a potion appears in his hand. He goes, "My friend, this is a potion of haste. My adventuring days are well beyond me. Me and my little broomall here are here to enjoy the city and get fat and rich. But I'm gonna tell you, there's a couple of things happening. There is an attempted coup amongst the King Guards that is gonna happen over the next day or so. And if Apex can't defend himself, the new King's Guard might be a gentleman by the name of Krull.
Cull?
Krull. K-R-U-L-L. He spells it out for you.
Yep.
Isn't that like Conan's god?
That's Rom.
Sounds like a work name.
I know I'm still kind of new to the city, but has Zasha heard anything about Krull, knowing his network with the guards? And I know it wasn't King's Guard, but would he have heard this guy at all passing?
You have been told to stay out of Krull's way because he hates non-humans and goes out of his way to be wicked and cruel to them. And the only reason he's allowed to still be at King's Guard is because the night of the rebellion, he helped Apex hold the keep. He was one of the few people that did.
Okay. So he was like a former war hero who's an actual dick, but just getting off the hook for this. Okay.
Your interpretation is he's a dick that uses his position to be a dick.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry.
His loyalty is to himself above others.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, I'll tell you a couple other things.
Okay.
There's a cult in the city, and they wish to resort to old Aileron's ways, but they don't have the ways to do it. They want to kill your brother and replace him. Not your brother. I'm sorry.
I was like, is this a moment? Who's Zasha's brother?
Zasha, at that moment, you get a very
Zasha,
as she says that, you get a very strong alcohol aroma off of his breath. This guy is drunk.
Yeah, he's drunk. But hey, sometimes drunk people tell the most truth. So, okay.
and I got one more for you. So all the street dwellers, the ones that can't afford lodging, they were made to live in the tent city, hence paid for by the kingdom.
Paid for by the kingdom.
And your friend, he's in the temple. Take the front entrance.
Almost forgot that bit.
Almost forgot the last bit. I think upon hearing all this, then I'm gonna have a few questions for myself here, real quick.
Absolutely, ask.
So, first and foremost, did he pull out that potion of haste, or was that just something I saw on him?
As he stood up from his bow, it kind of appeared in his hand that it wasn't there before.
Okay. I think immediately after I'll be like, okay, well, money well spent, I guess. Sorry for the attitude. Geez, man, that's a lot of info. I know you guys are usually pretty valuable, but sheesh, you hear a lot in this city. So, Kingsguard, eh? Apex, Krull. Any idea where Krull might be at this time? And I'll flash another 2 silver while I do that, because I know shit doesn't come free here.
Put silver in my hand.
Yep. I put 1 silver in his hand and I hold the other. You know me. You know I'm good for this.
He's at the courtyard.
Good. Place the silver in his hand. Last question. Cult in the city. You know, that's kind of new for me. And not that I should really give a shit, because this is not really my city. But any idea where they hang out? Any names you want to give me on that? And I will pull out another 3 silver. Just spending all my money here, guys.
It's worth it.
Roll a persuasion. And you know what? Give yourself advantage on this one.
Persuasion. Let's go. Not my best. Okay, I'll take that.
This individual is gonna rub his hand together and goes, I truthfully can't tell you because they keep themselves hidden. I only have heard bits and pieces and scraps from other street dwellers. You don't need to roll insight. This guy's being completely honest with you. He's actively trying to help you. He's friend with the dwarf. This guy's on your side.
Yeah, I think I got the impression after, smelling the drunk breath. He knows who I am. And yeah, I think I'm kind of realizing how known I am in the city, realizing how fast the information travels too.
This individual has definitely eyed the empty sigil on your chest and is still being cooperative.
Yeah. Okay.
Just a quick question. When you ripped off your badge, did you tear your cloth or no?
I did not tear my cloth. I did take it out, but I mean, it would be noticeable considering the badge. I'm a Dragonborn. I'm the only one here. People have seen it. They know I did wear it with pride, so they know.
You've worn this badge long enough that there is a, I would say, suntan of where it used to be.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
anything else for you, Zasha?
No. You know what? You're a good guy. I appreciate your time. Pat him on the shoulder and be like, you know what?
He grips you up. He grips you up in this huge hug and lifts you up and just. I appreciate you, my friend.
I'm like 300 pounds, so like I'm surprised this guy can even lift me in his drunken state.
Nothing. It's it throws you. You're like, wait, what the fuck? No one's lifting you since you were a child.
Yeah. This is very awkward. Just okay, wait, put me down, man. And I start like forcibly pushing off.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Easy.
All right, yeah. Pat your chest.
Yeah. You're a good dude though, but you take care of yourself. And thanks for the info. Here, go get one more drink on me, and I will check my coin purse as I reach for a silver.
Oh, he is not a thief. It's there.
Okay. Well, double checking. Then hey, I flip him one more silver. He made 6 silver off me plus a gold piece.
Dragon lad. Speak to you for a minute. The dwarf speaks up. I wish to tell you one thing, laddie. I used to be a guard myself, and the patch is noticeably gone. Watch yourself. You don't have protection like you did before. You hear?
Yeah, I think I'm realizing that now here, and I appreciate the information here.
He
Might
will.
keep me alive a little longer.
He'll grasp you by the wrist and give you a hearty shake and a nod, and she's blessing on you, lad. May the owl pour in your flavor, or the wind blow in your favor, and may your enemies never know your demise.
To you too, friend, and may the Platinum One watch over you as well. Take care. And I'll start making my way out while looking over my shoulder, not at them, but now that I know, I was coming out of a stupor, and now all this information, maybe I should be keeping a closer eye.
So you were instructed to go into the front door. Do you do that?
Yeah, I head to the stairs, and then once I get to the stairs, I know now how well known I am. I will take one more look around. I will purposely stop, turn around, and take a full look.
Give me a perception check.
Perception, let's go. Sasha is brave, but he is kind of stupid. Oof. 8.
There is a city full of people, and I, the only Dragonborn, am safe. I know what your strength modifier is, so you actually don't need to roll the strength check to get in.
Yeah.
But this is where we'll take our 10-minute break, Bang.
Nice.
All right. Sounds like a plan. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back in 10 minutes. And bring you more awesomeness. Break, and let me go right in. Take it away, DM Joe, Snack King Joe. Here you go.
As we had left, the group was following Jormop Hibblesibble, teacher of Severin at a young age, into the temple, and has led them off to this little nook we hear to the side. And he goes, "All right, my friends, ask your questions. What can I tell you to make you trust me?"
Oh, we're in the temple now, right?
Correct. You are all in a zone of truth, so you can choose to forgo, save, or attempt a. Give me a moment. Zone of truth is a charisma saving throw.
Hell yeah.
So if you want to lie, roll a charisma saving throw. Otherwise, you cannot tell a lie.
Severin's going to willingly fail.
Damn it.
Oh, there we go. Saving throw. Hell yeah. Upon walking in here, are we alone? Is there a way to tell if there's anyone around us?
There's a couple other pockets of people that are having their own private discussions.
Got it.
But only Zathariel rolled a save. Is anyone else trying to lie? No?
No, not me.
I failed to save, I believe. It's on there.
Oh yeah, Deidre rolled 11. She rolled an 11.
Oh, I don't see that. Wonderful.
It's on the stream view too, so yeah, but D20.
I appreciate that. But Deirdre, you failed. Zath, you pass. Do with that information as you wish.
I don't have any need to tell a lie at this moment, but I don't want to be at this guy's mercy.
Jormop has bid you ask your questions. How can I make you trust me?
What is your position on the council?
I am the Lord of Education and I'm now forgetting what I said earlier. Forgive me. He's in charge of schooling the Highborns, basically.
Okay. And then who are the other members on the council?
Excellent.
Who are the other members?
Yeah, who are the other members of the council?
All right. There is the Overseer of War, who is a Tabaxi fellow by the name of Quickfoot. You remember Quickfoot as a friend of Titus when you were growing up, that somehow managed to be one of the few non-humans to live in the city. He was a busboy, kitchen helper, basically a low-level servant of the castle when you were growing up. The Master of Treasury is a goblin aristocrat by the name of Moneyhands. The lead of agriculture is the druid. He is an orc by the name of Deep Bush. There is a dwarf in charge of technology. His title is the founder of New Things, and his name is Large Fist, Small Hammer. He also dual wields the title Leader of Industry. No one knows what that means, but Titus insists that he does it.
What is this race again? I'm sorry, you said it, but I missed it.
He's dwarf.
Dwarf. Thank you. Yes, sir.
There is a elf. He is a cleric. He is in charge of the Ministry of Health and Safety, and his name is Elavange Dogood.
Elavange. Does that name ring a bell for Zathariel?
Roll of history. The Do-Good clan is known amongst the elves. They're people that have gone outside of the elven populations to make good with the other races.
Perfect, thank you.
How many names was that?
That was a lot. I didn't even.
I got you. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6 so far, including Hibble Sibble. So 5 that you've given us. I have, let's see, Overseer of War, Education, Treasury, Agriculture, Technology, Health and Safety.
Lead of the King's Guard is Apex, who some of you have met. Yep. Director of City Growth is a human by the name of Dave Stout. Director of Rubbish, another human by the name of Jim Short.
I have one more question, but I am curious what other people might want to ask before I ask it.
How long were you following us?
Oh, were we done with the list?
How many names was that? 8?
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes.
Okay. There are 2 more names. There is Dave Shein, Shein. He is the Master of Coin for the Kingdom. Ooh. And after that, there is Lord Tibius, and he is the highest-ranking spellcaster in the city, the Archmage, whatever, what have you. He is considered the lead of magic. There's 2 other council members that he cannot name by name because they have never been introduced by name, and nor have they given their name. One is in charge of ships, the other is in charge of land transportation.
Anybody else got juicy questions for this guy? Because I've got one left.
I'll go after Deirdre.
Deirdre, go ahead.
I just asked how long he was following us.
I've been following Severin since he left the Inner Keep.
Why not approach sooner?
I heard he had a dragonborn within his company, and I was scared. No insight needed. This gentleman is obviously telling the truth. he even says out loud, I forgo the ability to lie within the circle.
He has to tell us the truth.
Although if he could lie about that if he passed the save. Anyway, does anybody else? Somebody else wanted to go.
Is there a difference between a couple of the names he gave us are for directors, and all the other ones sound like true council members? Are the director of city growth and director of rubbish like some lower tier, or are the council all equal?
Council is meant to be even, but there are positions that outweigh others. The director of rubbish is insanely powerful.
I love that so much. So if Titus is the king and he's created this council, who would you consider to be actually calling the shots in the city?
There are a couple positions that mandate they be observed. The director of rubbish, his needs have to be met, otherwise we would live within garbage. The director of city growth, he dictates how the city moves and grows, and is able to work with the other members of the council so that there is adequate space for sewage and fresh water and the ability to get relatively easily from point A to point B in the city. Beyond that, I think the rest of the council members, save for the two I can't name, have an even advantage.
In the way that he can't name them, they've never been introduced to him, but is there like an ominousness to it? Like these guys are shadow counselors. Is it just he literally doesn't know their names, or these are the scary ones?
I was one of the first on the council, knowing Titus from his youth, and still to this day I cannot get their names.
Okay, so confirmed
that is a flag 100% to all of you.
Yeah, that's red flag. Huge red flag.
Yeah. To be clear, regardless of how large a city you came from, there was always some sort of council or governing body, and everyone always knew the name of everyone on that council.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. On to you, Severn.
I would say at this point, Zasha is joining the scene.
And as
Zasha, as you're joining the scene over with your friends over here, you have the ability to make a Constitution saving throw or forgo it in sake of speaking truth in the circle.
Charisma.
When I walk into the circle, seeing my friends and start approaching them, do I feel that zone of truth is coming from the guy, the mysterious stranger that's with my party now, or from the temple?
It's from the temple itself.
Then I would willingly fail.
Okay, excellent. And you are approaching as Severing is asking a question.
Yeah, and that question is, you said Titus has a plan. What is Titus's plan?
His first move was to raise bodies that could govern themselves and make the region able to sustain itself. To keep everyone safe and happy and fed is an enormous cost, but if you break it down by area and by region, it becomes much more manageable, and that was his plan. There are still regions and areas that need some form of government and leadership, and he is working towards building relations with other groups to establish these areas. Some areas wish to grow, some rulers wish to grow in size and shape, and some wish to pass off certain areas to govern themselves. And it is a path of eggshells he walks.
Does Zasha... Okay, so Zasha's the only one who knows what's going on in the city right now, right? We have no idea about the coup or anything like that. Out of character, asking DM.
Correct.
Okay.
That was my question. So yeah, I don't really have anything else as far as what he asked. What can I tell you to make me trust make you trust me? And there's nothing that he could say, whether under a zone of truth or not, that's gonna just earn the trust. There's just so much that feels so off about all of this that, you know. But when I see Zasha approaching, I will change the subject and ask him, have you concluded your business, dragon friend?
Well, most of it, but I didn't expect to end up here exactly. Who is this? As I stare intently over at our gnome friend, if I heard correctly.
That is a gnome, correct?
This is my childhood teacher, Mr. Jormont Hibblebibble.
Jormont Hibblebibble.
I don't even know if I said that name right.
The correct pronunciation is Hibblesibble, and he will
Hibblesibble. My bad. Okay.
Hibblesibble. Okay. As he bows, I start to bow as a guard would, and then I kind of back off and just give him a weird look and be like, "So, what ended up here, and why is your tutor with us?"
He had information to share, and he wishes to join us when we leave the city.
So, we're trying to keep a low profile, and you bring a fucking teacher with us? Okay.
No, we were trying to keep a low profile, and the teacher inserted himself.
I have brought with me a change of traveling clothes, so I look as inconspicuous as possible. And he will flash you out of his bag a set of playing clothes.
Oh, Severin.
Hey, this was not my idea. Out of completely seriously, I tried to give this guy excuses not to travel with us.
I know, this is Zasha being grumpy.
I will allow anyone in the group who is on the fence about the situation to make a intelligence check.
On the fence about whether or not we take this guy with us?
Yeah.
Had to be the worst one. Natural one. Zasha is so pissed off and in such a mood. He just whatever. I don't care.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yep.
The 7.
I really hope the DC on this was low.
So Zasha, you walk into the situation, and you're just flustered and overwhelmed with everything just happened. That you're like, there's a fucking gnome. Okay, whatever. Zathariel, you are a little bit more practiced in these ways, but you're very unsure. Everyone who rolled over a 10, you immediately realize that this person has been living in the realm in the High Court for the last decade plus, and if anything, they are a resource of knowledge of people, places, and things that none of you have. This is a walking encyclopedia that will tell you things so you can't fuck shit up. Anyone who over 10 gets that. The rest of you are like, I don't trust it.
Severin will say, I can see the benefit of him joining us, and he's already accepted the dangers. I see no reason to argue against his wishes.
My uncertainty for bringing him with us isn't that I don't trust him. I just think that he'll be followed. So I say we bring him with us too, but we need to use him to see who follows him to the city.
I have one last question.
Go ahead.
Can you get me into libraries in other cities?
My dear, the name Hibblesibble means something within this realm, and I can get you into most places others cannot.
Alright, he's coming with us.
But I must warn you, by using my name, you must uphold a certain standard of etiquette.
So he stays behind.
I mean,
So with an elegant courtly bow, Zathariel will tell him, like, "We will uphold your name, councilman, if you vow to uphold ours."
I would
that
like
being
to
said,
point out,
I do think we're lingering quite a bit.
true,
Lucian, you were saying
but I
something?
would like to point out that he insisted on privacy to give us crucial information, and yet all we've given is the name of council members, something that is probably publicly available.
Everyone go ahead and give me a history check based on what Lucian just said.
Me too.
Everyone.
History check.
Nice.
That's totally Zasha's. Holy shit, that is Zasha's specialty, apparently. Even it shouldn't be.
And of course, I've just been gone forever. So, you know.
Intelligence is a dump stat.
Deirdre, a history check, please.
Yeah, but
I
it's
rolled
also a
17.
proficiency for
And I'm the
nobles.
one that
So.
rolled second lowest.
Mine's right next to Clover's.
Oh, see it, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
They both rolled 17.
And we're
Lucian
both
and-
green, so.
Lucian and Zathariel, you're not from the city. You're like, yeah, I know all the city members in the city I grew up in. The rest of you, even Severin, in the last couple of years, the High Council has kind of moved to a more hidden position. Zasha, specifically because you are a city guard and you were briefed on this, the High Council in Alarim is a secret, I'm sorry, not secret, but hidden group that helps move the city in a positive direction. Therefore, not everyone knows the name of who's on the city. They only know the positions on that council.
A shadow
Well,
government
yeah,
type
it'd
of
be
beat.
it would be like any member of parliament or government official. You're not going to give them their address, but you might know who they are. So okay, makes sense.
Not necessarily who they are, more of like.
Their position. Yes,
yeah,
their position.
if you ask anyone in the city, they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, the High Council is these 12. Who's in them? I don't know."
You would know their.
Fix that.
I should prefix. You should know their title, not their person. Yes.
Yes. The kingdom itself has a couple of criers that they use to relay information. Oh, and it is said by the director of rubbish that moving henceforward we shall blah 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 blah. But who the director of rubbish is hasn't been public knowledge for some time.
So
Well,
we're
that's a bunch of
already
rubbish.
we're already up on the info from this guy. I think we
Yes.
voted. I'm voting to take him.
I think that as of right now, it is probably going to benefit us more. And honestly, I genuinely fear for his life if he stays behind and has been seen with us, spotted with us at this point. So, yeah, I say
Great.
we
Is
take
there
him
anybody
with-
else you want to bring?
No.
Anybody else you want to bring along? Your nanny?
I
Perhaps
actually
a maid?
want to get to where we plan to rest and get out of the city post haste. I feel like we've spent more time lingering than we need to have.
Good.
Yeah.
Any last questions for Jimop?
Nope.
Can you fight?
Oh yeah,
Jimab, can you fight?
No.
Cool. So he's
Okay.
an encyclopedia that is capable of bleeding and has no defenses. Fantastic.
I will
stick to
tell
the
you.
Dragonborn.
So above table, this is an NPC that is going to follow the group. You never have to worry about them because their stats are made in such a way that they can hide in any situation.
Okay, so cool.
You weren't supposed to meet this guy till you left the city, but fucking Zath rolled a nat 20 last session, so he fucking saw him. So. This is the dice speeding up some storytelling elements.
That's
but
all good.
Okay.
That's between players and dice rolls. I've had to learn a couple things. With that, we're gonna move right to the carnival. I'll wait till everyone's loaded in. Alright, so you make your way to the carnival. Deirdre, you know that there is a safe place, basically the same location you were at next to the Dream Theater. Hold on, we're not gonna lie, move you. Movement sounds.
I will say along the way.
And then Lucian just goes off on his own. The whole group moves together, and Lucian just like trails off to the end.
Yeah. I will say the party might notice Zasha is drinking a little heavily. He keeps bringing out a little silver flask every, I don't know, half kilometer, half mile, quarter mile for you Americans.
Oh, there you are. Found you.
So at this point, the group is able to long rest and sleep through the night. So everyone go ahead and click on your character and long rest, and we will wake up in the morning time.
As we left the
Fantastic.
I would love to talk to somebody about one of my ghost friends, possibly changing my my stat for the thing that I accidentally rolled and I forgot what it's called.
That's totally fine.
I'd like to change to survival instead of performance.
And I'd also like to see about trying my dream thing.
Okay. So, you can definitely, Deirdre, mark that you have proficiency in survival for the next, until you long rest. And you notice that your great uncle Babush, please write that down, has taken to hovering around you.
Oh, the little ghost homie.
Exactly.
Well,
Lucian, you are attempting to dream?
Yeah. Lucid dream to contact Banford.
Give me a wisdom check.
All right. Shit.
You lay down. You're like, Banford. I'm gonna dream about Banford. And you wake up the next morning and be like, oh my god, there were these twins, and there was this roasted beast, and pasta, and tomatoes, and you just go on and this giant like feast, and everyone's like, and Banford, you're like, there was pork chops?
LOL.
God damn it.
Before going to sleep, could Clover plant her dream rose in her leather garden?
Absolutely. Give me a survival check with advantage.
Is that control or
Alt.
Alt.
Alt for advantage.
Thank
A for
you.
advantage. That's the easy way to remember.
Woo! 21. Yeah, you realize that the best time to do that is in the night, which it currently is. And for whatever reason, the soil just comes apart perfectly, and the flour compact itself, and you pour a little bit of water, and you kind of feel like you see the little dream flower wiggle around happily.
Aw, how cute.
We will wake up the next morning. So, based on the information that Deirdre has given you about the out of the city she has, that's not leaving until tonight. You all have probably about 10, maybe 12 hours to complete anything you'd like to do within the city. What would you like to do?
Do we remember what events are today?
Today is day 2 of the carnival.
So, that our caravan doesn't leave until the night. I feel like we need to keep a pretty low profile. I don't see that Zath needs to go to this talent show now that he's been seen in this company.
Yeah.
I would have liked to talk to one more person before I left the city, but it kind of seems foolish now that we're so well known. As I look over to Severin, and then look at myself. So maybe I should just stay with you.
There are a few locations within the city that you could still remain a private citizen. The Carnival is one, and the Welcome Lunch is definitely the other one.
Yeah. I don't suppose anybody has a cloak that could fit my size. Not that it would do much.
I have a disguise kit. I don't know that it has a 8-foot cloak in it, though.
Yeah. No, but you could make him look like something other than a Dragonborn.
Got any green painted there? Maybe make me look like one of the lizard folk or some shit? I don't know.
We can go for it. I'll do my best. I have no idea what to disguise you as personally, but...
Yeah. I think Zav, when he's talking to me, starts smelling whiskey off my breath already, and it's only like 8 in the morning.
I do have something you could borrow, but I don't know if it'll work for you as well as it works for me, and if you break them, I'll kill you.
If only you could. As I kind of stumble and then sit down on a log.
Go ahead.
I would like to pull my glasses out and hand them to him.
That will revert you to your natural form.
A clown?
No.
I'm just kidding. I was wearing them before my long rest to be dressed as the person who gives directions at the festival, but I think I would have taken them off and gone back to normal clothes for the next day for the festival during my long rest.
Alright, so if that's the case, describe what you look like without your glasses.
Without it's the morning during the festival. I'm dressed as a clown again.
Well, if you're taking your glasses off to give them to Zasha, you would revert to your natural form.
Wouldn't I have taken them off to go to sleep, in which case I would have put them back in their case?
That's up to you.
Or do you need me to say that out loud when I'm taking my long rest every time?
No, those are the kind of things that you need to make aware of me.
Okay, then we'll say that I took my glasses off, again I was wearing them, and my natural form is just super pale skin, two white eyes, maybe not glowing so much. My hair is black and probably straight and long if I haven't done it today, and I'm sure I'm wearing my traveler's clothes instead of my performance clothes.
I think at that point, Zasha is just like, whoa. I knew clowns wore makeup, but holy shit. But what are these? Is like, take the glasses from her?
Zasha, roll me an Arcana check.
An Arcana check. Okay, 16.
So you're aware of the spell Disguise Self, which allows the caster to make someone look like something else. These glasses seem to have that effect.
So a hat of disguise, but as glasses.
Are we all noticing?
Yeah. Do they require attunement? Do I need or do? Oh, I don't need to spend some time with them?
You understand that by putting them on and being like, I want to look like this, you'll look like that.
Yeah. Well, as she hands me these glasses, and I say that kind of in my drunken, stupid stupor, and I'll look at her and be like, are you sure this is okay? I mean, this is not going to affect your daily routine here?
All I have to do is go paint my face.
Okay, fair enough. But thank you. I appreciate it. And I'll slip them on, and then I guess I'll attempt to look like just a human, maybe a little bit of tan skin, long hair, tied back in a ponytail.
You're the type of backer.
Yeah, but maybe a mustache and a beard that won't quite fully grow in. Maybe projecting the character a little bit.
If you break them, I will kill you.
You're able to definitely disguise yourself as someone who is here for the carnival and or the festivities.
Okay.
We're gonna pause there. Does anyone else want to leave the carnival grounds besides Zasha?
If we have to do anything today, I think Zathariel is going to spend time just like trying to get the feel of whether or not they're in danger and how easily it'll be for them to exit the city. So I would change into not the nicest clothes or whatever, and just like like with a hood. I think I have a disguise kit, right? Yeah, and just try to blend into the carnival crowd. But I don't see any reason to journey too far outside it.
Based on the checks you made before and your little network, you're able to just disguise yourself at the carnival and get some information.
Perfect.
But we're going to take up with Zasha. She wants to actually leave this area. Zasha, you're headed to the welcome lunch to talk to Osler, correct?
Yes.
Just real quick,
All
I wanted
right.
to say Severin's going to be spending the day meditating and reflecting on everything that's happened so far.
And I'm going to first talk to Deirdre and see if she can arrange a meeting between me and her uncle before we have to head out.
That will have to take place literally directly before you leave, but it's totally possible.
Okay.
I'll do my best to set that up for you.
Cool. Thank you.
We are going to move over to Zasha at the welcome lunch, and you're able to flag down Osler, and he comes down and goes, welcome, lad. Never seen you before. What can I get you to drink?
Well, Osler, I think you have seen me there before, but I look a little different than the last time you remember me. Do you recall the very large purple dragonborn that came in before? You
Zasha,
might
the city
remember
guard,
me.
of course.
Yeah. Not quite so city guard anymore. As I walk up and I take a seat at the bar, I'm gonna.
He tell immediately that he understands the situation, and you like I got you.
Yeah.
Nod.
Yeah. I'm a little obvious for him, but not for other people. So I sit down and be like, Osler, you and Vesta have been good to me for the last few days that I've been here. You seem like trustworthy people. You've helped our little group out and our special friend that we're looking after. I got a few questions for you in particular, though, if you don't mind.
It's about the Dragonborn, I know, correct?
Yeah, I figured you would already know. I mean, come on, Osler. You know as well as I do that who the fuck else looks like me? When you brought up that story, I hope you're not full of shit. I know your Minotaur story is a bunch of fucking bullshit, so just tell me straight, please.
Wow, just gonna cut me to my core, lad. I see.
I don't got a lot of time here, and I'll put down a gold piece. Actually, because I love Osler and Vesta, I'm gonna put down 2 gold pieces and be like, consider this a thank you for everything that you are, but I really don't have a lot of time. I need to get the fuck out of here.
He was a blue dragonborn.
Blue dragonborn.
The name Sultan. That was the surname. What's his name? Fire Sultan. He had this sword that glowed with bright, radiant fire, and he was able to slash down his enemies. He was quick as a gnome and sharp as an elf. I traveled with him for a year, and I was amazed by the acts he transpired. But the last we spoke, he said he had to travel north to the Dragon Shrine to seek his heritage.
Dragon Shrine.
Past the Great Sea, beyond the Orc Swamp and the Lizard Man farmland. I didn't name these areas. I swear I didn't. There's to the north is an area that is reserved for the Dragon Shrine, and that's where he is headed. It's the lineage of his people he spoke, and he stared to the stars in I don't know, meditation, wonderment. I can't tell you, but his gaze oftentimes looked beyond this plane.
I think I know that 1,000-yard stare you're talking about. North, you say, eh? About how long did he leave?
I ain't seen him in a decade, maybe more.
Oh, shit.
My apologies. I'm part dwarven myself, and looked down on by the humans, looked down on by the dwarves. But
yeah,
you should know you've done nothing but to do your people proud. Shame you don't wear the badge anymore, but I understand why.
Might not be so proud after this festival, I'll tell you that. But a decade. I don't suppose that was the time that you were fighting with Apex, was it?
It was before the coup, you could say, a month or so.
Before the coup. Hmm.
He had a hunch and went north.
Okay. As I shake my head, a little shaken up. Is that all? Is that all you can give me there, Osler? I'm desperate here, man. I gotta get going, and you might be the only person that I've ever met who knows somebody that looks like me. Well, it's not like me. As like my long hair, shades, little goatee.
He'll pull out a world map and mark a location that is well beyond the borders of Alarim, and says, "That's where you can find answers. Not here within these borders, but beyond it. The choice is yours, my friend." And he gives you the map.
By the lords, that far?
This is a travel that'll take several months minimum.
Yeah, certainly looks like it. Okay, well, I appreciate your time, Osler. Make sure you give Vesta my best. I don't know when I'll be back. You two have always been good to me while I've been here, though, and I appreciate everything you've done for me and, well, done for the city. As I reach out my hand for, the big bro slap handshake.
He's gonna leap over the bar and give you a hug.
Oh.
Everybody's hugging Zasha.
Everybody's hugging Zasha. I'm a little awkward. I haven't had this much physical touch.
He doesn't lift you up,
but he comes up like your chest and gives you like a real story, like, be good, me boy. All right, be good. All right, stay safe.
Yeah.
Take care of the face. She owes me a tattoo. All right.
Yeah, I
make sure she remembers.
I'll hold her accountable to that. You better believe it. Pat him on the shoulder as he lets go, and almost a little tearfully as I'm walking out. And that's it. I'll say goodbye to him and make my leave. I'm hoping that he'll give my best to Vesta. I'm not taking up time here, though. I know what's coming.
Excellent. Lucian, you had been given a job that you don't want to do. Now is the time to go and kind of handle that if you'd like to.
Yeah.
Is the city safe as we're doing it today? Like the coup happened last night. We're good, right?
I will handle Lucian first, and then we'll discuss that.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. Lucian, you're given the location of a tavern that you go to. Where it is doesn't really matter. Give me a moment to prepare the scene.
Mm-hmm. And I'll go ahead and say now that on my way back to the festival, I want to pick up a longbow and some arrows.
Totally acceptable. We'll just keep on the current scene. Doesn't really matter. You make your way to this small little tavern, just a little hole in the wall, and you take a seat in the back corner, and you get a drink, maybe a sandwich or something. You're there for half hour, 45 minutes, and then this not short but not tall, average-looking sized man, a little portly, sits down. Salt and pepper goatee, black hair that is slicked back. He wears a number of necklaces and amulets and chains around his neck, a dozen or so. Each finger has a ring or two around it. And he sits down and slides over to you the original scroll you had gotten about your job. Lucian's the name, correct?
Yep.
And you're not taking the job?
Nope. There's some kind of conspiracy going on in this city, and frankly, I don't know whether or not the king is worthy of having his head on a pike.
Well, technically there's two kings, so that's fair.
Yeah, that is true.
Well, I can tell you the person who put this job into motion isn't pretty happy. But I'm willing to take up the slack if you're willing to make a wager.
Oh, what have you got in mind?
I have 7 million coins I could lose potentially. I think that Severin will cave and take the crown. What do you wager? Take your time. Enjoy your wine. A lot of gold I see. You know as this man is talking, he breathes gold. This is maybe a lot, maybe not to him. You can't tell, but he is sincere and honest about this wager.
So, just to clarify, with the amount of gold you got riding on this, and with my connection to the king, you want me to make sure it happens, yes?
That's my wager, and you are free to do as you see fit. But if you were to, I don't know, make sure it happens, I couldn't see parting with any less than 3.5 million. Enough to establish your own area, make yourself a little duke, lord. Sir Lucian, I see it. Lucian, give me a history real quick.
All right. Let's see. History. Oh, it's not total ass.
There are whispers and rumors about an individual within the underground. Goes by the initials DS. That is, he typically picks the winning horse, but if you can get him to lose, you can make a fortune to last multiple lifetimes. Your grandkids could be wealthy enough to support their grandkids. 7 million is enough to buy a large plot of land and make yourself a king of an area.
I rather like this little wager of yours. I'm in.
And what say you, Titus or Severin for king?
I say neither.
Neither. That's your bet?
Yep.
Instantaneously beside him are two different little gnomes that are just using abacuses and running figures and running numbers, and they're like, "My lord, it's Dragon's Hoard. 50 million, if he's right." That's fair, Lucian. I win, I get 7. You win, you get 50 million. How about it? And he reaches his hand across the table.
And I will gladly shake his hand.
Ah, dear friend, I hope you understand. If I don't have my 7 million, I'll have your life, the life of your children, and the life of your lineage. You understand that?
If you can find me.
Fair enough, my boy. Fair enough. And as quickly as he appeared at the table, he's not gone in a smoke like Vespa was, but he's at the door and making his leave.
Fair enough.
At this point, Zasha and Lucian will be able to make their way back to the group at the carnival. And I think that's a great place to end our session tonight.
All right.
Good shit, folks.
One, folks.
The
Thanks
plot
for being
thickens,
here, chat. We love you.
ever thickening. like gravy that somebody left simmering on the stove for too long.
Mm-hmm.
Putting a pin in the coup question for next week.
Right.
So
I'm
much.
terrified that we're gonna get got by the KKK of Ailer.
You know what, guys? We're all planning to leave in the next few hours, and we're not going to end up getting out of the city for another month. So let's see where this goes.
Alrighty. Yeah. Thank you all for tuning in, and remember to catch all our other amazing shows on Sputter Media. Tuesday nights we have Cyber Nights, which is a Cyberpunk Red show, and then of course on Thursday nights we now just started Sin City Cyberpunks, also a Cyberpunk Red show, which is being hosted by DM Mark. So please check out if you love what you hear here, then you might love what you hear there. And you'll hear a lot of the same voices in our other shows. We have an amazing cast crossing over several different storylines, and I'm happy to have all of you with us.
We love you, chat. Thanks for being here.
Everybody take care.
Good night, y'all.
Good night, everybody.
Love y'all. 2 + 2 is 4.